Hi there, my name's Dean, and if you own or manage a restaurant, you're going to find what I've got to say next very interesting. Did you know that 89% of Americans say they have researched a restaurant online before going to have dinner there? Guys, that's 9 out of 10. And in fact, the majority of those have gone onto the restaurant website to look at menus, directions, and a full 33% of them have read reviews about that restaurant before having dinner at the establishment. Now, a lot of these reviews, of course, are local and they're being found using the major search engines. Obviously, Google's the biggest of that group, and I'd like to tell you a little more about how those searches work. Google says that about half of all the searches done on the internet today are for local businesses. Now, you and I know that means that there are billions of searches done every day for businesses in every community. That includes your town and your niche. So I've gone to Google Plus and looked up local restaurants in Washington, D.C. Now, as you would expect, there are a number of reviews and a lot of restaurants are going to show up on this page. One thing I would draw your attention to is these ratings. These ratings are initially provided by a company called Zagat, and you probably want to go to that website so you're sure to show up in these reviews. At the very least, you need to know what Zagat thinks of your restaurant. Now, you can display your reviews and your searches in Google Plus several different ways. Obviously, everything, people and pages, communities, and so forth. But one thing I did want to show you, scroll down and look at all the restaurants which are not claiming their free pages on Google Plus. And we know that there are many people looking for information. They're going to go to a restaurant like this one instead, Irish Channel Restaurant and Pub. Notice these folks have put their website on, their hours, their menu, and a little bit of information about the restaurant itself. Some very nice photographs, and even a video here that we can play. One thing I did want to show you, I like this. Soup of the Day, whiskey. Obviously, any website with the name Google attached to it is going to be an influential player in that niche. And in this case, we're talking about restaurants, but that doesn't matter. Google is going to succeed in almost anything they touch. However, they're far from being the only website catering to foodies. As a matter of fact, if you consider yourself a really fine restaurant featuring some exotic or different food and foodies are your clientele, may I recommend Urban Spoon. Urban Spoon only, and I said only, gets a couple million visitors a month. Certainly several thousand of those will be in your neighborhood. And those are folks who are a little more serious about what they're going to have for dinner. If that describes your clientele, you may want to check that restaurant out as well. Listen, guys, I hope you find this information helpful, and if you do, please feel free to subscribe and certainly feel free to drop me a note anytime. You can find me at www.deanlewis.biz. Thanks for watching.